together a stellar career for 3 seasons on the gridiron and helped Gettysburg become one of the top teams in the state early in the 1950s. Hemberger first donned the orange and blue over 6 decades ago during a time when football was a much different game from the one seen today. He joined the squad at the end of the Hen Brame era when the running game took center stage. In his first season, however, the West New York, New Jersey native became the Bullets' top aerial threat, hauling in a team-high 23 receptions from quarterback Eugene Berkey Ward. He posted a career-high 291 yards on the year as Gettysburg went 6-3 on the season. By his junior year, Hemberger was playing both ways on the left and under new head coach John Yavison. The Bullets defeated both Delaware and Western Maryland to start the year and closed with wins in 4 of their final 5 contests to once again finish with a 6-3 record. Hemberger averaged nearly 20 yards per catch in 1952, hauling in 11 passes for 210 yards and a pair of touchdowns. He helped Gettysburg retain the Old Oaken bucket against Dickinson by rushing for another score. At the end of the year, he was named to the Little 3 All-Star team. 2 successful seasons on the gridiron were just a preview of a spectacular 1953 season for both Hemberger and Gettysburg. The Bullets won 8 games on the season, tying the school record for wins set in 1923. The team lost only once, the opening game at Delaware Valley, while beating each of its final 8 foes by at least 13 points. For the first time during Hemberger's tenure, Gettysburg defeated both Lehigh and Bucknell, taking down the Engineers 22-7 and beating the Bison 26-13. Hemberger set the tone against Lehigh, scoring the final touchdown and making several key defensive stops. Hemberger was a major contributor during his senior season, finishing with 5 total touchdowns and posting 254 receiving yards. He was named All-State second team, only falling behind ends from the University of Pittsburgh and Penn State University. At the end of 3 years of varsity football, Hemberger led Gettysburg to a 20-7 record. He reeled in 50 passes for 755 yards and 6 touchdowns. Hemberger also made the most of his time away from the gridiron, serving on the Student Senate and President's Council. He was also president of Phi Delta Theta fraternity and was named Outstanding Squadron Commander of the Air Force ROTC program. After graduating from Gettysburg with a degree in economics, Hemberger served 2 years as a first lieutenant in the Air Force. He worked at E.F. Hutton Company, Irving Trust Company, and Templeton, Dobro, and Vance before becoming a senior vice president at PNC Bank in 1973. He has been retired since 2000. Hemberger also put together a career in politics, serving on the city council in Tenafly, New Jersey for 3 terms and being elected mayor in 1991. That's elected mayor in 1991. Of course, he was also named the Chamber of Commerce Man of the Year. Hemberger has been married to his wife Evelyn for 57 years. He has 6 children and 12 grandchildren, the majority of whom are here with him tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce Walt Hemberger.
I want to thank the Orange Group Club for this evening. You put on a really great program, and I think they deserve a round of applause. The only mistake I think they made is I think they should have let off with me. These other what they did, I feel a little bit humbled by it all. But anyway, as you know, the hall has been in existence for some 30 years, and ever since it was started, I kept hoping I'd be selected. But after a time, I kind of forgot about it. Then last April, I received a letter from President Riggs, and at first I thought it was a letter bringing us up to date on what was going on campus, or maybe making note of an outstanding achievement from one of our illustrious alumni, or, as happens from time to time, maybe a letter inviting us to for some additional financial support from the faithful. So I kind of had these things in mind as I began to read the letter. And I noticed she said I was in the class of 2011. Well, I graduated in 1954, so I knew something was wrong. So I went back and read it. It took 2 readings before it sunk in that she said I was to be inducted into the hall this very evening, for which I'm very grateful. I imagine the selection committee had absolutely no idea who I was, since I played the first game over 60 years ago for Gettysburg. But they must have found something, and they included me in the class. I played on the 1951, 52, and 53 football teams. Our record was 6-3, 6-3, and 8-1. I played with some great guys, wonderful athletes, and some of them here tonight, and some wonderful coaches, including Henry Bream, legendary Hank, and John Yovixson, who later went on to become head coach at Harvard University. Without the help of my teammates and those coaches, I wouldn't be here tonight, and I'd like to share it with them. As mentioned, I have some of my family here. They were as excited as I was about this. As a matter of fact, a lot of my family are here. My wife of 57 years, Evelyn, who attended many a house party at the Phi Delta Theta fraternity house. And 5 of my 6 children are here. Nancy Fleury, Lynn McCabe, Matt, who was a freshman here at Gettysburg, Susan Van Posnack, and Christine Lovejoy. And my son Stephen couldn't make it here tonight. He's down in North Carolina. And I have 8 grandchildren. I'd like to mention them if I could. Cassidy, Reagan, and Liam McCabe, John Walter and Megan Van Posnack, Kimberly, Madeline, and Jenna Lovejoy. And they all join me in thanking you for this honor. Gettysburg is a unique, small school, and I was privileged to come here to get my education. What I learned in the classroom, on the football field, and in the social life of the campus stood me in good stead in my business and political careers, for which I'm truly grateful. This is an award I will cherish for a long time. I hope for a very long time. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You made an old alum very, very happy. Thank you.